Panna Cotta is one of my favorite Italian desserts. You can flavor it by adding wild berries, chocolate sauce, caramel, vanilla, etc. Today I'm going to flavor it with a tonka bean. This bean is very popular in France, but hard to find in North America. It has an incomparable taste of almond with touches of caramel, vanilla, hay, leather and tobacco. Today I'm going to garnish it with a Pear Compote over the top. To make the dish you will need whipping cream or heavy cream, sugar, tonka bean, and as a gelatin today I'm using agar-agar. To garnish the top we're going to use some pear and brown sugar. Pour the cream in a saucepan, add the sugar, whisk to combine, grate the tonka bean over, whisk, and take the saucepan to the stove. Heat the cream on high heat until it reaches a low simmer. You don't need to boil it. The cream starts to simmer, so turn it off and let the cream steep and the tonka bean to infuse for about 15 minutes. Meanwhile, place the agar-agar or your gelatin in a large bowl and add the cold water, so 2 tablespoons over. Mix well and let the gelatin to steep for about 5 minutes. It's been 15 minutes, then pour over the still warm cream over the gelatin. With a skimmer, remove the foam because you don't want to have the surface to be all foamy. You may leave it if you want, but if you want something totally flat and smooth, take it out. Transfer the mixture into a jug. Pour slowly into the glasses. Refrigerate the panna cottas for a minimum of 4 hours and meanwhile prepare the pear compote. This will make a syrup. Combine. Peel the pear. Today I'm using a finger peeler. This will allow you to caress the food. So this is an Anjou pear. They are particular, their color is particular, but you may use any types of pear. Bartlett, Basque, any other pear, as long as they are beautiful and ripe. If it's not the pear season, it's okay to use pear in a syrup from a tin. But logically, you should work with fruits and vegetables that are in season to have the best ingredients all the time. Cut the pear into quarters and remove the core. So remove the stem first of all. Toss the pears into the syrup to make sure they do not brown, and do the other one. To complement the tonka bean, if you don't like pear, you may substitute the pear by apple. However, I would not suggest to use anything from a berry, a raspberry, a strawberry or other berries. They are a little bit acidic and that will cover the flavor of the tonka bean, which is so unique. Mix well and take the pot to the stove. Mix the pear and bring the liquid to a boil. The syrup is boiling. Turn the heat down to medium and let the pear simmer for about 10 to 15 minutes. So my pears now have totally reduced and they are totally caramelized. All the liquid is gone and they have a nice golden, slightly brown color thanks to the caramelization process, but also of the brown sugar. So transfer the pear into a bowl. Keep the pear refrigerated for further use. Our panna cottas are set. So now let's make the garnish. I'm going to caramelize a slice of pear for my panna cotta. So get a pear and cut it into slices. There we go. Heat a pan on high heat and add about a tablespoon of white sugar. Melt the sugar, and I'm going to turn the sugar into a caramel. As you can see, the sugar has melted and it's turning into a caramel. So you want to move the pan around. There we go. And then turn down the heat to medium and add the pear slice into the hot caramel. Let cook the pear slice for about a minute and a half on each side. Shaking the pan often, then flip the pear slice. There we go. Beautiful. Then into the pan of the heat, add the juices from the sauté pears. Place the sliced caramel on your plate. Add a half teaspoon per slices of crème fraîche into your hot caramel. Add your caramel sauce to the plate. Add a little bit of pear on the panna cotta. So about a fourth of the pears, because you have 4 panna cottas. Place the panna cotta on the plate. Tonka panna cotta with caramelized pears. Bon appétit!